let's have this next example. We have our given function here, which is cosine squared of the square of cosine of the angle 2z plus 3i. Obviously, we have here a composite function. So we are going to identify first what are the functions herein. So let's say this is just h of z. Okay, we have here cosine squared of 2z plus 3i. Or we can rewrite this, of course, placing the exponent outside. We have here cosine of 2z plus 3i in your squaring outside here. Okay? Now, look into this perspective. We have three different forms here. If we're going to treat this as 1, it is actually being raised into 2. So we can say that our f of z is z squared. Okay? This, and then you have here squared. But your z here is another function. Let's say it's g of z. Okay, this is our z here. This is another function. Okay, and our function is actually cosine of z. Okay, cosine of this z. But this z here for g of z is also another function. So this is now considered, let's say it's k of z, which is equivalent to 2z plus 3i. Okay? So basically, if we're going to combine all of them, our h of z is just equivalent to f of g of k of z. Sorry, not x. Okay? Just like that. Where your k of z is 2z plus 3i. Placing it as a component of your g of z, which is cosine z. That's why you will have this entire form. And that entire form would be raised to squared as the component of your z here. That's why we have here entire formation of squared. Okay, so we're doing this, identifying all of these functions, because we're going to use here, very importantly, the rule on differentiating composite functions. Other term used here is for the chain rule, or again, the rule on differentiating composite functions. At this time, you will really see the form of a chain. Because if you're going to take the derivative of z, here it comes. We're going to take the derivative of your outer function in itself, treating all of the inside functions as just a component of your first function. Okay? Then, multiply that with the derivative of your second or your inner function. So, multiply this with the derivative of your inner function, g of k of z. But take note, at this point, your k of z is also another function. So, we're going to multiply this again by the derivative of our last or innermost function. It's called a quotient rule because it would look like this. Okay? Look at the given function here. We're going to treat everything as 1. Then, we're going to treat the inside and this one here. Now, it doesn't look like a chain, but basically, this is how it is done. This one here, then inside, and then this one. So, basically, it looks like a chain in doodle form. Okay? So, let's do this step by step. Let's take the derivative of an entire function. You have here f of z is z squared. So, basically, the derivative of your z, sorry, not that one, z squared, that's z squared, is 2z. But your z here is the entire function, which is this inside here. This is now equivalent to, this again, h prime, sorry for this, h prime of z is equivalent to 2 times your entire function inside, which is this form here. So 2 times cosine of 2z plus 3i. 2z plus 3i. Sorry. Okay, of course, that's 2z, and 2 minus 1 is exponent. That's why it's just equal to 1. Let me, move this here. Alright, not that one. I'm gonna move this here. Okay. Times. We'll have the derivative of g of k of k of z. So using this one here, our derivative, okay, let me arrange them in an order. Okay, so the derivative of your cosine of z, I'm just writing it z in the meantime because that's here, it's actually equivalent to negative sine of z. So times negative sine of whatever z it is, and the z is actually this entire expression here, times negative sine of 2z plus 3i. Okay, that's for this second motion. For third motion, times the derivative now of k of z, which is this one here, obviously the innermost function. So you will have here the derivative of 2z plus 3i. Take note, it's with respect to z. So 2z becomes 2, 3i becomes 0. Okay? Because I is treated as a constant now. So that's actually plus 0 is just equal to 2. So times 2 in this answer. So with all of this now, simply combine them. So you have here the negative, so it would precede here negative. 2 times 2 is 4. Then you will have your cosine of 2z plus 3i times sine. We will have here just simply writing sine 2z plus 3i. This is now the final form of the derivative of the given function, the square of cosine of 2z plus 3i, using the chain rule or the rule on differentiating composite functions in the context of complex numbers. Thank you very much for watching.